playing. I've already.
Try
I'm
playing
hearing
us a
just
little
a little
music.
bit of a tinny effect a little bit sometimes. So
It's still
I
better than
don't get
nothing,
that.
man, for sure.
Well, we'll see if it's better than nothing. It might be nothing if I can't hear you guys talking with the music playing.
Fair enough.
I have looked at some other options. I looked at the what was it, the virtual cable thing that Kai did, but the problem with that one is I'd have to have a library of music to play for my hard drive, and I don't really have that much of a library of music to play.
Well, you know how to rip stuff off of YouTube, right?
I do not.
Oh, just type in. God, what is it? Just type in MP3 from YouTube in Google, and you can find all kinds of free websites where you just feed them the link to a YouTube video, and it'll strip it into an MP3 player or MP3
Huh.
file on your computer, and then you can just go through and get the ones you want that way.
I had no idea that even existed.
Yeah, man. They tend to go down pretty quick because a lot of people don't like that, obviously. But there's always one out there that works.
I was gonna ask. That doesn't sound incredibly legal.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's not like cops are gonna be knocking on your door. Excuse me, are you? You'll be all right.
Yeah, every time I hear sirens go down the street, I'd be freaking out.
Yeah, that's how I used to get all my music was doing it
Hmm.
that way.
I always used to use torrents.
Yeah, torrents too. Fuck, what was I doing? That's right. YouTube.
I have always just played it through YouTube. Like, what music I have on my computer is there's not a lot of it.
I knew I had a problem when I hit 50 gigabytes of music.
Oh wow,
That's a
I
lot of music.
that is a lot.
I knew I had a problem when I hit.
Cool. Stream is working. Damn it, Kai! Return to thy computer.
Your wish
I
has
have
been granted.
Yay!
I have 4.19 gigs of music.
As you command.
Hey! Ask and you shall receive, huh?
All right.
What about ass?
Yes. Yes.
That probably also applies.
All right. Everybody ready to go then?
Ass you shall receive.
Astutely.
Okay. One more warning, just so everyone knows and I don't get yelled at for it. Double check that you have rhythm turned down a little bit and you can turn it up from there because I'm going to hit play here pretty soon.
The
Last
damage
time
is
I
done.
tried to turn down Heinrich and it crashed my stupid disc. I'll give it a go.
You tried to turn
I
me
think
down and it killed your computer?
it did.
That
Just
is
boom.
awesome. That is
My
amazing.
computer revolted. It's like, fuck you, leave it alone.
How can you not want to listen to Heinrich at max volume always?
I guess my computer does.
All right.
It's got a thing.
It's got a
A thing behind.
The universal code says Hind must be displayed and sounded at max volume.
The player is not paused.
That's because I didn't put an actual thing into it.
I'm so excited we get music again.
I hope.
There was much rejoicing.
Let me get that turned down for me.
Wow, I have that shit at 3%.
Me too.
That's about where I'm going to have it too. Okay. So, your adventure began in the Yawning Portal, as many do, where a local celebrity named Volothamp Gadarm asked you to look for a friend of his. Turned out that his friend had been abducted by the Zentarum
Aliens.
and had been taken to a warehouse at the dock ward. From there, he found out that there were actually two individuals that had been taken. One of them being Renair Neverember, a local noble. With his help, he found Floon, the other guy, and let's see. You guys may have to help me out here a little bit. So, Volo rewarded you with a manor of your own on Old Skull Alley that is haunted. It's a rundown tavern that's seen better days. You were invited by Renair to go to an opera where Bartholomew was inducted into the Harpers, a semi-secret organization of spies and spellcasters. Most recently, your group went to the dock wards to seek out a serial killer. Turned out to be a drow, and when he put up a hell of a fight, but in the end, Bartholomew burst out of a doorway and it was a firebolt to the face, wasn't it?
Back in the torso.
Yeah,
Right,
it was
but
a
all over.
firebolt to the upper body, so it blew off his shoulder, arm, and head.
Okay. I'm just gonna say you said that, not me. Just for what happens later.
Oh, great.
Okay.
You get the strong impression that will bite you in the ass later.
So the watch arrived almost immediately thereafter. They soon called in Captain Staggett, who had helped you recover Renair. And after sharing your story, he told you there would be an investigation, but released you all for the night. Bartholomew, Katrina, and Oscar returned to Trollskull Manor. Todrin, however, headed to the Yawning Portal with your half-orc friend Yagra.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to start there with the question.
Bow,
Todrin?
wow, wow.
Todrin, did you stay the night, or did you go back to the the Trollskull Manor, or?
Yeah, we spread as much love as we could.
Wow. Is that
All
really the
over
right way to
face
put
of
it?
shit.
That was more than I was looking forward
Spread
to.
it?
All night long. No. But yeah.
Oh, no.
Okay, so you're still at the Yawning Portal then, right?
Yes. Well, what
Gross.
time are we talking
Okay.
about? The morning?
Yeah, next
Okay.
morning.
Gross.
Get over yourself.
I have
Well,
to
in
draw
that
bridge
case-
first.
In that case, I will return to Bart, Oscar, and Katerina at Trollskull Manor. So you guys returned to Trollskull Manor, had a fairly uneventful rest of your evening at least. It had been pretty late after you'd killed the drow in the dock ward.
That's right.
There was a little bit of banging around from presumably your friendly neighborhood ghost.
Did the music
But-
stop?
Yes, it did for the time being. I've
Oh.
got to load something else up.
Okay. Sorry, just wanted to make sure.
Don't worry about it. I'm going to fix that issue later.
Okay,
So
cool.
this is still a work in progress.
I shouldn't have said anything.
No, don't worry about it. What do you guys want to do from there? You've still got to pick up your reward from Dabble at the Yawning Portal
That's right.
if you want to do that, or otherwise meet up in another way, or whatever you guys want to do.
I'm going to start off by checking to see if Todrin ever came home in the night.
Definitely not.
Yeah, when you check his room, there's his bedroll doesn't appear to have been touched since the night before.
I see. Well, good for Taldrin. Good for Taldrin. Gross for Taldrin, but good for Taldrin. I'll go downstairs and see if I can get some food going.
All right.
As he enters the kitchen area, he finds me looking at a very questionable last bit of meat, trying to decide if it was worth the risk.
If it was worth the risk, what do you mean?
It's very questionable.
To
As
eat
in,
the
we
meat.
haven't been to the store recently, and
Oh,
our stores are
this meat-
looking a little
Turn?
sickly.
They do look a little sickly, yes.
I'm not
Perhaps.
sure we'll find anything edible.
Yes, perhaps we
point.
should go out for food.
We'll see if Oscar's hiding any food in his room.
Speaking of
If
food,
he's-
Kason, are there rats around our
There
place?
are rats.
How big
there's
are
also-
these rats?
Oh
They're
God.
mostly rat size. They're not especially large. There's some pretty big ones, but they're not like unusually monstrously large. They're just
Are there any
regular
like
rats.
toddler large?
I would say there's some that
Wow.
are approaching maybe that size on the
Good.
Sorry. Wait, what is a toddler size rat? Is what we're calling normal size rat? Wow, they had
pretty
some
big
big
rat.
freaking rats back in the day.
Jeebus.
I
Yeah, really
like it.
small toddlers.
We never had to go to the grocery store again.
Really small toddlers.
We'll say they're about the size of a premature toddler.
Oh,
What the fuck?
You mean a baby?
Cat? What the
Perfect.
fuck is a premature toddler?
An
That was
infant.
part of the joke.
An
I love
infant that's toddling around like, whoa, too soon, too soon.
Can I steal you real quick, Kason?
You're not supposed to be crawling for another month. What the hell?
I'm sorry.
Knock
what
it
was that,
off, you
Kai?
overachiever.
Steal you in the Wester's channel.
Damn preemie. Premature toddler. Oh, fuck. They're mostly normal-sized rats. Are there any toddler-sized? No. Fuck.
If it ain't the size of a medium dog, it's just not a rat.
Like, if we had rats that size, I would have been less concerned with the ghost. Just a little.
Yeah.
Hello.
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 Welcome back.
So you guys are looking for Oscar. Oscar, where are you in the house right now?
Yeah, I went
it
to find
doesn't-
Oscar to see if he wanted to go out for food because our food was questionable.
You see me standing in a corner talking to it.
Talking to the
To a
phone.
rat? Oh, to a corner.
Well, you don't see the rats. You hear them scampering away whenever you approach. Oh, hello. I'm not doing anything at all. Why? Why you ask?
I don't think anyone asked. Why are you standing in a corner? Have you done something?
It was there. What is Bart wearing?
Just a
What is-
standard set of traveling clothes. Oh wait, no, I have my fine clothes of fire resistance.
Your cloak of billowing,
Ah, yes!
you bitch.
Holy
Don't you
crap,
dare
it's been a
forget about
while.
that.
I have my cloak of billowing and my fine clothes of mending.
Bastard.
Fantastic.
You too, Kai. Don't forget.
Our clothes are
Oh, what do I have?
impervious.
You have the clothes of mending. I pay good gold for you to have that shit. You best remember.
Oh right, yes. Okay. Well, Elegant outfit of fine clothes magically mends itself. I'm
Whenever
not
you
going to
happen
need that
turn
much,
into
but
a
yeah.
rat. Yeah, I know. I'm just giving you shit.
Oh, that's the other thing. I want to be able to turn into a rat.
Yeah, for you, it's not a problem.
So.
Wow.
Oh god,
always
this is going to be
running
perfect.
Snakes
So,
and rats.
kind of
How
limited.
about a nice bunny rabbit?
With, city things I can do.
Firefly?
Yeah,
A
but
butterfly.
vermin get into all the good places.
They do, won't they? You can't really fault them for that.
So then, what can we help you with?
Well, we were thinking of food, and there doesn't seem to be much available here in the house. We kind of neglected our kitchen.
Yes, I'm not used to having to go shopping.
Oh, well, and he kind of turns towards the corner and then seems to remember something and says, we can go get some. Is there a food place
Market?
nearby? Yeah, like a
There's a
market.
market. There's the marketplace. They have all kinds of food.
Yeah, there's the market. If you were looking for, there's a tavern just across the way that belongs to your neighbor.
Personally, I'm a little too hungry for the
we-
marketplace right now. And I don't know if you gentlemen would like to go and try to meet up with our long-lost lover.
Oh yes, we must go find Todrin.
Or we could just
Yo,
go to the
Todrin,
tavern
of
across
course,
the street
yes.
if we couldn't wait.
Bumping
But I definitely
Ugly,
don't want to
a
shop
great
until we
ugly.
eat. Trying to shop when a hungry stomach means you buy twice as much as you really need.
I usually need twice as much.
Is that so?
Well, I don't know. That's just my experience.
Well, I have next to no experience, so I'll follow your lead.
I'm
Excellent.
gonna.
Oscar, you should lead the way.
I will take out my pipe and blow bubbles as we go across the.
Okay, so where are you guys going? To the Yawning Portal or to Froon's Brews just across
Yes,
the
we're
street
going
from
to
you,
find
or-
our long-lost lover at the Yawn Portal.
All right. So it's still pretty early in the morning, but the place is busy.
A place that never sleeps. This is the Vegas of the land. People never sleep in the place.
The Yawning,
Yawning
Portal.
portal because people don't sleep.
Yeah.
Wow, I never thought of
They
it that
just
way.
yawn.
Nice. Totally. Yeah, absolutely.
So when you get to the Yawning Portal, as I said, it is busy. As it usually is. You see there's a guy standing at the bar talking to Maloon War Dragon, who is one of Matrim's friends. Matrim 3 Strings. You see a group of adventurers at one of the tables. You see...
Matrim Cawthon?
Yep.
Sorry?
Ignore
Nothing.
him.
You see Dernan behind the bar, and you see these 3 of the watch constables that are sitting at the bar, and they're having their breakfasts here. You see Bonnie's tending to one of the tables where you see Volo, and he's actually sitting with Matrim and Floon, the man you rescued from the sewers. And if you guys want to...
Roll
Todrin?
initiative? Just kidding.
No.
That's
Right?
a lot of
No
enemies.
initiative this hour.
Attack the bandits.
Actually, roll me a perception check, everyone, as you're coming in. And Todrin, if you want to come down from...
Yeah, I'll get
Upstairs.
to that in a second.
Okay.
I perceive the thing.
Holy shit.
Ha ha!
Bartholomew's reading.
Yep.
Shocking.
Oh, it's so good to be back.
So,
I gotta find my perception button.
It's really good to be back.
I found it!
Excellent. Ooh,
Bam!
that was
oh,
close.
there you go. Okay, Katerina and Oskar, you both see off in the back corner Davil is having an early morning meeting with a dwarven woman that I don't think Katarina has met yet. It's been a while, so I'm not sure. I don't think you've met.
Devil.
She's the shorter one that I met or that I saw at the opera.
Yes,
And I do know of her,
you know of her,
but I don't have a personal
right?
relationship with her. That sounded
Right.
bad. I don't. We're not. I don't even know. I think we're a queen.
Right.
You're naughty.
So you
Okay.
recognize her from the opera at the very
Yeah.
least, and she's sitting with Davil and Yagra, and they're talking to a man in plate armor. It's black, as most Zentarum wear black, and behind them is a table of 3 more black leather-clad individuals that appear to be also Zentarum. So do you guys, Todd,
the
how do
thugs are
you
there.
wanna?
Right. So they almost as they come in and they're looking around and seeing who they see, look up to that corner there, and you can see me walking down the steps, my arms outstretched up and out away from me, just head upraised, just almost floating down the stairs.
Audrey, how was the sex?
And as we see him, I'm kind of like staring at him, kind of with my head cocked sideways, looking at him curious as I walk toward an empty table to sit down.
All right.
The stone
I
is
will-
flashing crazily, like even without any input. It's just like
wow.
just Morse code constantly on my forehead with red flashes.
Flashing so fast it almost looks like a just constant glow.
Yeah. And I get to the steps, and then you realize my eyes were closed the whole way down, and they finally open, and look over and see you guys. Oh, my friends! And I'll, that's not his voice. My friends! And wow, it's been a while.
You did just have a night of sex, so it's okay.
I like it. You can sound how you sound.
It's been a while. But yeah, I'll head over that way. Big grin on my face. I don't look like I got shot to death 3 times the last night. I look really good. Really good.
I did give you guys a long rest, right?
I hope so.
Yes.
Because that shit hurt.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Me and Oscar both got our asses kicked.
So yeah, you
Did
guys.
it hurt?
Well, and then I got my ass kicked some more. Yeah, but we're good now.
You guys find yourselves at an empty table. You can see there's a
Which
A
one?
priestess that is any table you guys want.
Katarina. Cool. And I'll walk over.
Okay.
Get out of here, Mage 2.
So at the table just to the north of you guys, all these other tables that there's a bunch of other people in here too that I don't have tokens for, but just when I tried to do that, it kind of crashed.
Immersion
Instagram,
broken.
so- Sorry.
Immersion broken.
Yeah. So the table to the north of you guys, though, you can see that this group of adventurers, they appear to be talking to this priestess, and they're about to go into the portal. So when you guys sit down, though, there's a lot of people that are focused on them, and you can hear the next table over this mage talking to his 2 apprentices, and they're taking bets on whether or not any of these guys are coming back.
Oh, shit. I'm just going to walk up to them and say, well, how are you all? How was your night?
I'm looking
I
around
slept.
for someone to take my
Mine
order.
was great. Thanks for asking. And you know, I had an idea while, yep. I had an idea that I think y'all might be interested in.
Oh,
What's that?
what was your idea while you were getting laid?
Yeah.
Well, this is starting.
I pointed Bart right on. I had this idea about the name for our little group here. seeing as how this is going to be a thing moving forward. But
Well, I feel so comfortable with this idea already.
But-
Continue.
actually, I had an even better idea I was going to share first, and it's a name for the tavern. How do y'all
Oh.
like the Restless Inn? Because there's a ghost.
I have never heard of it. Where is it?
Because there's a ghost. It's restless. Lots
As they many are. Yes.
Lots of fun will be had there. Sounded
Prepare
perfect
for it
to me.
never close.
Do they sell mead?
If it's restless, then it will never close, and people will come and be angry when they come in at 3 a.m. and there is no one. They'll say, "I thought it was restless. Why is it resting?"
Well, then we'll have to live up to those expectations, won't we? I think we
Party
can do
around
it.
the clock.
Yeah, well,
Well, what do you mean by we exactly?
I mean the people we would find
The
to.
hired help.
Yeah,
Good.
exactly.
Oh, excellent. I would agree with.
Yeah, I agree with you. I would not be. I don't know what the hell I'd be doing.
Wash
Should hire
dishes, I
people
would
from
imagine.
Restless Inn. They probably have experience.
That would be us. That would be our place.
Oh, we have 2 bars now?
Will I?
Oscar, had you considered a name for it other than did you wait the Restless Inn?
Yeah.
That's the place that Todrin was talking about.
Yes, he was speaking about our place. What do you think of changing the name to the Restless Inn?
That would get confusing, wouldn't it?
Not at all. I mean, other than for you.
Well, that's fine then. Yes, let's do that.
Well, all right then. Are we sold? I think we're sold.
Works for me.
Now we just
And
need to get
Read
paid,
away.
and we can get them renovations started. That's step 1. Oh, my dear Bonnie. Hello, my dear.
Yeah, when Bonnie finishes up at Volo's table, she sees you guys come in. She comes over and she says, "Good morning to all of you. What would you like this morning?"
Eggs and bacon, and some milk.
A big
Coffee.
old plate with one of everything, please.
Me too, except only leave everything else off my plate. One of every meat. And one of every beer. No, just one beer.
Maybe we can try that later. One of every beer.
Perhaps.
Damn.
And for you, she says, looking at Oscar.
Katarina kind of
yes.
elbows Oscar in the side. Get his attention.
We have our own Restless Inn. So I'll just eat there.
God damn it.
We don't have any.
Wow,
food in.
Oscar.
You need to
Wow.
order something here, perhaps.
I will take the rest of the meat.
Bring in what I'm having.
Okay. She just kind of
Yes,
gives
the
you.
rest of the meat.
She gives you kind of a strange look, Oscar, and she turns around and she heads to the back to put your order in.
That's a Parks and Rec's menu Parks and Rec moment right there. I think you may have heard right there is that I said I want a lot of meat. What I said was
The
I
rest of
want
the meat.
the rest of the meat.
I did that at I think it was at Denny's once.
No
Just
way.
for a salad. And then I'm like, I want a lot of ranch. She's like, well, how much ranch? I'm like, I want the rest of the ranch. And she brought out like one of those industrial tubes of
No
ranch dressing that was
way.
almost empty.
That's
She's like, is this
awesome.
enough? I'm like, yep.
Fantastic.
Fuck yeah.
Brilliant. So that's going to be about 3 silver pieces apiece. If you want to mark that off your.
Let me give 5.
Man, you want me to pay for things?
Whoops, that's gold.
Silver
Yeah,
pieces.
Bonnie will love you forever.
Excuse me. I should be saying this more often. Silver shard.
I'm going to give her 4 so that she has one for it.
Well, thank you.
Because we got to take good care of our Bonnie. Bonnie, right? Bonnie.
Bonnie.
That was awesome.
Whoever you are, we'll take care of you.
We gotta take care of our Bonnie. Bonnie, right? Yeah, totally. Take care of Bonnie.
Yes, that one.
Great.
So she, it's not long before she brings out your meals, and these three guys, the constables, they finish their breakfast and they head out for their morning patrol. It's, as I said, busy, and these four people sitting at this table talking to Obaya Ude, they end up standing up about the time that your meals come out, and they are slowly lowered down into Undermountain.
Oh man.
And when that happens, everyone in the tavern turns around to watch. And
They're entering the danger zone.
I concentrate on my plate of meat.
I'm watching.
okay,
Absolutely.
you can see that there's more than one table where there's gold and silver being put on the table, and it's pretty obvious that this is a running theme that people place bets on whether anyone comes back or not.
Excuse me. How do you decide those wagers? I'm just leaning over to the table next to us. Do you sit here and wait till they come back? How long are they usually down there?
Well, it depends.
Forever.
This is the mage sitting at the table next to you. Says, well, it depends on who you talk to. Most groups, they talk to Dernan and ask him if the people ever came back or not, or Bonnie, the barmaid here, or some of the other regulars. But generally, most of them do come back eventually.
Y'all bet on a time frame then?
Generally, yes, it's a time frame of whether they'll come back in a week or 2 weeks, or if they'll be missing a person, or only one of them comes back sometimes.
Right, well, more's a shame, more's a pity. Anyway, and I clap my hands and turn to Katerina. Where's the man that's paying us? We got stuff to do.
You see, Dabble is off at the back near the privies with these with
He
the
definitely
dwarven
not in my
woman.
plate of meat.
Nice.
Definitely not what?
In my plate of meat. I looked at the
Oh.
bacon here in the ham, but I don't see him anywhere.
It's not on my plate. I don't care.
All right. I don't remember if
Not
I
my
know.
bug either.
I think I know it was him that sent us, so we'll look around for him and see him.
Yeah,
I can't remember. I'm pretty sure we all talked to him.
Yeah, I think so. Okay. All right, then I'll point over there and say, all right, well, I'm going to head on over and claim our spoils then.
Oh, right on, Todrin. Thank you.
Tavern, you do see
I
Yagra.
just can't stay away from Yagra. I think she might be smitten.
Damn it, she is
Right.
over there, isn't she? Fuck.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, when you approach, not only does she turn to you, you see the guy sitting next to her, the knight, in the dark black armor. He turns to you and he says, Hadranam Cathra. And he's pointing his finger up at you and he says, you and I had a joust just a few months ago.
Oh,
This is-
and,
You recognize this is Krent Blackstrand. He was the Zentarum agent who there was some argument amongst the people running the joust of whether or not to admit him and let him
Oh,
joust.
right. And then he beat me, right?
He did beat you.
Son of a
He-
bitch.
When you approach, he puts his hand out and offers to shake your hand.
Well, I suppose I can't turn down good sportsmanship, can I? And I'll walk over and shake his hand.
I never did have a chance to thank you properly for that. Thank you.
For what? Letting you kick my ass? Because you
Yeah,
did. Damn. I'll
Well,
be looking
and
forward
he-
to our rematch.
Says here, and he stands up and says, "I'm gonna join my men. I will talk to you later, Davil. Davil kind of gives him a short nod.
Son of a bitch.
And Davil just kind of puts his hand out and says, "Be my guest."
I'll grab the chair, spin it up on one leg around, and sit on it backwards at the table and wink at Yagra. All right, Davil. Mission accomplished. I'm sure you already know.
Yeah, Yagra told me all about your little midnight adventures. Good job.
Yeah. It was all good. But
He
apart from
turns-
getting shot, whatever the hell that thing was, it hurt.
Tell me about it. What was it? Do you know what he used?
Nope. It was loud.
Why?
Almost killed my friend over there and me.
Really? He looks over to Yagra. You can see Yagra's still got a hole in her leather armor from where she got shot once with this.
Oh,
thing.
shit. Well, I totally meant her.
Yeah. And she's already shown him and talked to him about it as well. And so he says, I've seen weapons like that a time or two before. They're not common in the city, I can tell you that.
Well, yeah, you hear him.
He says, Istrid. And he turns to the dwarf that's sitting next to him. He says, do you have the money? And she nods and she pulls out a coin purse and puts it on the table in front of you.
Istrid, my favorite. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, my lord. And she almost looks a little sarcastic when she says that.
Right, yeah. Yeah. So, I want to eyeball it. Does it look like the right amount of money?
Give me a perception check.
I'm not just
Do you
gonna
need to
fucking.
count it?
Yeah, I'm not just gonna pour it out and start counting. I just want to see if it looks. Fuck.
Seems
If
about
you
right.
look through it though, to make sure that all the coins are the same thing, you're in your day and age working with coins like this, you would know by the weight about if it was about the right amount. don't you
Yeah,
know?
that's kind of what I was going for, but I rolled poorly, so I fucked that up somehow.
It seems right to
Zero.
you.
Oh yeah, okay, all right. Yeah, well, all right. That's a mission accomplished. How much is this? What are we getting here?
It's 200 gold pieces.
Sweet baby Jesus. This is
And
50
that's
for
just
each of
your
us, right?
portion, or is...
No, it's 50 each.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'll
Yeah.
palm it into a pouch and keep close eye on it so it doesn't disappear.
Sure.
Was there something else we had going on with this guy?
Not currently.
I feel like we had several, maybe not with him specifically, but something else was going on too.
Well, he does tell you, just when Katarina's available, send her on over, would you?
Just Katarina? We're kind of forming a solidarity kind of group thing here. All for one and
No,
one for all
just-
type thing.
I understand. Why don't you just come on, have the group join me?
Oh,
And
all right.
he turns to Krint. He kind of leans back in his chair and he turns to Krint. And he says, "Would you and your men mind terribly?" And Krint just nods, and they finish their ale off, and they head up and out.
I'll march back over to Bart and them and just grab a piece of food off Bart's plate and eat it. Hey, fellas, ladies and gents, we're expected
Excuse
over
you?
at the table over there. Let's go do some business.
So I'm-
be there as soon as my meat's done.
Still not
So,
done? Damn.
It was a big
I
plate
have
of meat.
two. I have two sausages that I'm kind of running at each other across the plate, and I turn to Katerina. I'm like, "Is this jousting?"
Jousting is, how do I say this?
Yes, it actually is.
Two
It's
men
very
holding
similar.
shafts going both ways. That's jousting.
I
Wait,
see.
what did you say?
God damn.
I eat both sausages.
I'd repeat
Oh,
it, but I can't tell it.
holy shit! That was wow. That was well played. Drax, did you actually miss that?
I did.
She said
What happened?
jousting. Jousting is two men holding shafts going both ways.
Wow.
Going at each other, going both ways.
Wow.
Holy fuck. Todd, Todd is caught off guard, chokes on his food a little bit. Wow. That
Cat
was
stares at him blankly and
fell
pats
in.
his back in more of a supportive way than trying to clear his airways that way.
well, milady, maybe you could carry all of that class you have and your plate of meat over to that table and we'll discuss some business.
I do not
Holy
see
hell.
why I should interrupt my breakfast before we're even awake. Can we finish one meal?
All right.
Why don't you invite him over? By the time you get there, talk to him and he comes over. I should be done by then. What about you, Oscar? How you working on that? Oh, you finished your sausage.
I'm watching these people go down into the pit and asking them, are you 1 or 2 week?
I'm sorry, you cut it out there at the end.
1 or 2 weeks.
One of them, the looks like the bard actually has got a lute strapped over his shoulder. He looks up at you, and you just see him. He points up to you with his hand, and there seems to be only one finger showing.
1 week it is.
Maybe he only has one finger. Do you have your fingers?
You're eating your damn plate of meat.
I think they're out of view now.
Yeah, it's a long way down, and they do eventually get lowered into the darkness.
I just watch them go down.
Ooh. Fuck, that was funny. All right. Well,
Oh, so you have our gold?
yeah, right. I'll pull out the bag. Yeah, 50 for each. 50 big ones.
Sweet.
I know it may not be much, Bert, but I think we can expect much bigger things out of this.
I hope so.
I definitely don't have to explain investment to you.
No, you do not.
Excellent.
Dragons.
This is exciting.
Dragon.
Enter the dragon
Are
into
they-
my pouch.
Yes, dragons are gold, sun is platinum, and then harbor moon is something different.
Right. It's copper nibs, silver shards, gold dragons, and platinum suns.
You'd know the difference if you tried to ever store it in your Oh well. I guess you don't wear those kind of garments. Never mind.
I open my shirt to reveal my brassiere. You mean these?
Yes.
One of the apprentice
What is
mages
going
that-
on, Oscar? Get
One of
your
the
clothes on.
apprentice
We're in public.
One of the apprentice mages at the next table just kind of stares at you, Oscar.
I just
As he
wink.
starts dumping his dragon into his bra.
Those things are pointy, man. Fuck. Put 50 of those in no bra.
Oh yeah,
So
So as you all painfully watch on, you see Katerina as she kind of, just takes her last little bite of meat and just soaks up all the little leftover bits of meat sauce and juice on the plate, swirls it around and pops it in her mouth. Puts her fork down and she looks very satisfied. Takes her last swig of her ale. And then just looks at you like, okay, I'm ready.
All right.
What? No burp?
No.
Well, let's head on over, see what we got.
All right.
Oh, right, this one up here.
Yeah. So when you guys come on over,
cool. Thank you.
Davil stands up and he approaches the table and he puts a hand on your shoulder, Todrin, and one on your shoulder, Bart, and he leans over and he says, "As I told your friend here, job well done. It's not common that we end up seeing a drow in the dock ward take such a hard fall."
I'm just raising one eyebrow and looking at his hand on my shoulder.
You want to roll a perception check? Be my guess.
No, like, I'm looking at it like, get
Okay.
your fucking hand off me.
Okay.
But I won't say anything. I'll let him continue his spiel.
Takes a handkerchief out after he removes his hand and starts shining that.
I totally
off
do. Totally do.
He says, "Well, my friends, I feel like I need to share some information with you. As I'm sure you're aware, the Zentarum is currently involved in, let's call it, escalations with the Xanathar Guild.
All right.
We did know that.
Since your party has decided to side with us on this matter so far, I hope that continues. I feel like you should know there's another Black Network gang that has recently infiltrated the city. You all recognize the Black Network as an alternative name for the Zentarum.
Okay.
It says, what I've learned is that this splinter cell, we'll call it, attempted to infiltrate and take over the Xanathar Guild. They failed, and that has set off this war in the streets. Now, and he nods
So
to the
there's a
priests.
civil war essentially within the Xanathar Guild?
No. This is a Zentarum matter.
Oh,
It's not
within the Zentarum?
I wouldn't call it a civil war. It's more of a different group with different leadership that has stepped on some local toes. I don't know who's in charge of that group we're currently investigating, but what I can tell you is that this unrest in the city is something that we're trying our best to solve as quickly and quietly as we can. And he nods over to Krint and his thugs, and he says, that's part of what Krint's attempting to do now. His team are going to be entering Undermountain soon, in search of the Xanathar's lair.
Oh, man.
You believe that the Xanathar's lair, our main headquarters, is within the Thunder Mountain?
Oh, it's fairly common knowledge that it's deep in Undermountain on the, I think it's the third level. And he turns back to Istrid, the dwarf sitting behind him. He says, "It's the third level of Undermountain, Skullport." And she nods and she's, "Mm-hmm."
Interesting.
Says, "Yes." It's not entirely sure exactly how far down it is. I've never been in Undermountain myself, but my understanding is that the Xanathar's lair is in or around Skullport, and Krint and his men are going to try to find it.
Interesting.
So, I'm sharing this information with you as specifically because I want you to know that the Zentarum want this conflict to come to a quick end in our favor as fast as possible.
That sounds about right.
All right. Do you have something in mind for us?
No, right this moment. Do you want something?
Ah,
1 week.
I think what he wants to know is why you wish to tell us this information.
Well, I've been meaning to tell you specifically, my dear. But since your friends have decided to work with us, and let's call it in good faith.
all right.
Now, Yagra gave you, Katerina, a coin, a challenge coin. That's how you'll recognize any Zentarum that are working for me. If they don't have one of those and they claim to be Zentarum, well, they're working for this other organization. They're still Zentarum as far as we can tell, but they're not under my command.
Would you call them rogue?
It would seem to be that yes.
And if we were to discover some of these rogues in Tarim, what would you prefer done with them? And yeah, that's my question.
To be perfectly honest, I would suggest that you avoid contact with them.
All right.
But if confrontation is unavoidable, would you prefer them dead or alive?
Damn, right to the point.
He kind of
I just
looks
look
down for a
around at
moment.
that.
He kind of looks down for a moment to collect his thoughts, and he says, "I would say that it would be in your best interest to not come into conflict with the Zentarum in any form or fashion."
Ah, yes, an answer that is not an answer. Good to know.
And he just kind of smiles and nods.
All right, so identify and avoid conflict at all cost. We can do that.
Indeed.
Appreciate it.
Until you have more for us, then I suppose our business is concluded here.
He kind of turns to Istrid again, and she pulls something out of her package. She's, Katerina, we have something for you. And he takes this package from Istrid, walks around, puts it on the table in front of you, and opens it up. And inside is, and he unwraps it. There's a twine binding on it, and he lays out a fresh set of studded leather armor that matches the leather armor that Krent's are wearing.
Ooh.
And you've seen the same leather armor on others in Tarim agents. Yagra's wearing a set of it right now. It is black, finely polished. It's
Oh my.
all of the studs on it are shaped like a serpent's head, ready to strike.
That's
This is-
cool.
He says, "This is for you. Consider it a gift."
And she stares down at the leather and looks at it for a long time. And she runs her hands across, just admiring the quality and the detail and the craftsmanship. You can tell, even though she doesn't have a lot of expression, that it means something to her. And she just looks up and with her blank face and says thank you. But still finds a way to convey that, oh, so sorry, that it's a meaningful gift.
I knew you'd appreciate it.
I mean, it's
and
all right.
It is very well made. It is, and everything that's in Tarim wear or use, all of their equipment seems to be top notch.
Is it magic in any way?
You have to check that.
You can roll me an Arcana check if you want to.
Oscar is holding his hand out.
Only the way that I wear it.
11.
Nope, doesn't seem to be magic.
Okay.
Just wait till I put it on. You'll see the magic.
Wow.
Good point.
God.
I didn't know there was wounds.
Wow.
And he says, there is another matter. He says, it's come to my understanding that your group is a tavern. Is that correct?
Yeah,
We're dabbling. Yeah.
we're
Sorry?
calling it the Restless Inn.
Not that one, the other one.
You own 2 taverns.
Don't mind him; he's helpful. We just have the one,
It's really just the one.
the Restless Inn.
I wouldn't even say one yet.
It's in the works.
It's a building. In
Well,
the building.
If there's anything,
I just look at you.
if there's anything the Zentarum can do to assist, please let me know.
That's very generous.
I
Sure
nod
be
my
the first
open
to
hand.
know if there's anything at all that we need. Thank you for your support.
I don't have a coin, and I don't want Katerina to not go near me.
Do you know what he's muttering about? I think I missed something.
The coin. You said that we would all have the coins, and if we didn't have the coins, then you would have to avoid me, and I don't have a coin.
Ah, well, that was to identify other members of the Zentarum, which you don't have to worry about since you're not.
Did he explain that in character? I
Oh,
thought that was
okay.
I thought that was something we were just reiterating from a different conversation.
That was
Are
in
these
character.
folks aware, Kason, of the coin?
I don't know.
Yeah, I remember us being made aware of that. Yeah.
I think you may.
I think we were, yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Which is good and important. All right. Well, we'll keep you in mind, I suppose.
I appreciate it. This is let me see if there's anything else here. Okay. He says, "Have a nice day." Again, if anything comes across my my table here, I'll send it your way.
All right.
Thank you very, very much, Devil.
You're quite welcome. He pats you
Good
both
day.
on the back and steps back to his table with Yagra and Istrid.
That man is far too touchy.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting in a fight with him. All right. So,
I just want to ask, how quiet was this conversation just now?
Very quiet.
but also we're nobles, so we kind of
Yeah.
don't really give a fuck. But yeah, I definitely mumbled it to him, but it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Should we roll stealth checks?
Just for shits and giggles, yeah. Go
All
ahead
right.
and both of you roll me
I
a
did not think
roll me
that shit
roll me
through.
how quietly did you talk? Jackie?
12. Is that cool? I'm gonna roll dice. Is that okay?
Me too.
That
me
is
too.
that is totally fine. I'm okay with it.
20. 18 plus 2.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I was like, get the fuck out of here. Hein's not allowed to roll dice anymore.
You can play D&D with us. You're just not allowed to roll dice.
I meant in real life. You have to use the program.
Oh, okay.
Well, if he noticed, he didn't seem to show any sign of it.
All right. So who remembers, out of character, how much we needed to get that ball rolling on the renovations? I believe it was 125 up front.
No, it was like 250 up front, wasn't it?
It was 250.
Holy smokes. Okay, well, we're probably there now.
It's let me see here. Where did it go? Yeah,
Damn.
250 up front for the guild licenses and contracts. And your neighbor Tally that runs the bent nail said he'll take care of all of that. You will not have to do anything but sign on the dotted line
And give him 250 gold.
and 250 gold.
How convenient.
All right. Well, unless anybody else has something to accomplish, I believe we should get our renovations going.
Now I will point out that is to get it started.
Right.
The estimated complete is 250 upfront plus an additional 1,000 gold pieces for the renovations to be finished.
He promised us some kind of monthly
Yeah, and that's absolutely something that he can work
low-income
out.
housing management financial crisis,
Yeah.
something or other.
Oh, wow.
Government-funded welfare check bullshit.
Well, and
Jeez.
I'm not going to try and point you in any specific direction, but there are other options for loans from noble families, or does Zentarum offer loans if you wanted to take that route?
No
I'm
loans.
just saying.
Nope.
I'm just saying you have options.
No
So
loans,
did the
especially from the
ghost.
Zentara. The moment someone's like, hey, we should go talk to the Zarm about a loan. No! We are not going to the Zentaran for money!
Yeah, I think we have a pretty good example to follow, or what not to do, in the ghost in our very own tavern.
Okay.
Or for
So-
my own family.
Fair enough. All right, yeah, let's head on over to that there bent, broken nail place.
So, Todd, on your way out, roll me a perception check.
Alrighty. That would be a dice plus 0, 17, baby.
You catch Bonnie looking at you.
Oh, I wink at her and then walk away.
She just smiles and continues
What's-
about her business.
What's the code to whisper at the GM?
I
It's
do not
forward
remember.
slash.
Whisper
Or is it
GM in
W
all
for it?
caps.
If you need to, we can go down to the Whisper channel if it's something important.
It's, yeah, let's do that super quick.
Wonder if we're gonna hit 3 soon. That's when shit gets crazy for all of us.
Only when we go down to the pit.
You think so?
Kai, what is that Whisper thing in Fantasy Grounds? Do you know?
Okay.
That's not it. Was that just to me?
Yeah, I think so, right?
I haven't seen any messages.
Okay. Apparently it's whatever he just did.
Which is.
There you
Slash
go.
W space GM and space the message.
There you go.
A really beautiful dice, but they're smaller than my other dice.
Like that?
That
Did you guys
worked.
see that?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, cool.
All right. Cool. So where do you guys head now when your business here is done? You've got your gold from Davil, 50 gold apiece, and Katarina got a nice new set of fresh, probably hot off the presses, studded leather armor.
The nearest combat. No. The bent nail.
Okay.
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
The music is working splendidly. I love it.
Cool. Awesome.
All right. So yeah, you guys head back to Troll Skull Alley, and back to Tally's place, the bin. Just for the record, the two little circles on the map are the places you have not yet been, and I just put those for my own reminder. But that diamond is Tally's place, the bit nail. So,
Oh, cool.
yeah, when you guys come through here, have everybody roll me a D100 first.
All right, I know how to do this.
5.
81.
36.
Oh, yeah, dice. Haha!
I don't think I did that right. That's a 20-sided die. What? What do we want?
You want a D100. If you'll right click on the D10, that's the
Third one.
which one is third one from the left. Right click on it, and there's a little percentage thing. There you go.
Should have stuck with my D20. That was almost as good.
Todrin and Oscar. Oh, okay.
I turned on manual dice entry. So
Got it.
if everyone who's dialing or think, yeah, so go to the little wheel icon, the gear icon at the top right. The very top client thing should be dice manual entry on.
Oh, cool.
Right on. Thanks,
And then
Pat.
what you would do is you would right click, do the percentage, drop it in the chat window, and then a manual dice entry window will come up
Oh, cool.
where you can type your number and then hit enter, and then it'll be processed as if it were a die roll.
Okay, cool.
Thank you very much. That's really handy. I did not know
That way it plugs it in for all Kaizen's automatic stuff while we get to roll dice.
Right.
I like it.
Exactly.
Very cool.
Okay.
That's cool. All right.
Todrin, go to 36.
Yeah, I'm doing the thing right now. There you go.
All right, cool. Give me just a second.
You can do the thing.
So on your way back to Troll Skull Alley, you come across a brawl in the streets. There's let's see how many.
37 thugs.
There's about 12 people that they're just beating the crap out of each other just in broad daylight. And you see people have given them a wide berth, and someone's called for the city watch and all. And what do you guys do?
I step forward. I try to stop somebody walking by. What's happening? What caused all this?
I would like.
Okay.
I just blankly stare and watch.
Me too.
Oscar, what are you doing?
I'd like to perceive if there's like, does it look like a normal fight, or are they just like fighting without control? You know what I mean?
Okay. Roll me a
Is this like a
perception check.
family get together or something? Is someone supposed to be?
That's a great point.
So, Bart, the person that you've pulled aside,
Perception or-
yeah,
Oh,
perception
sorry.
check. Bart, the person you've pulled aside, is an older man, and he says, it's something, some kind of guild disagreement. I don't know exactly what's going on, but it doesn't look pretty, does it?
No, it doesn't. Thank you, good sir.
Oscar,
You say that these are all members of the same guild. I was
Oscar-
asking Bart
What was
as
that?
he was talking, man.
I didn't hear you completely.
What
Are
did
these
he
members
say?
of the
Are these
same-
all the members of the same guild?
I'm not sure. Do they appear to be?
it actually looks
I
like
would imagine not.
Oscar, this actually looks like it's two different guilds that are having a throwdown in the middle of the street.
So we have like two guilds who are squabbling with each other.
Right.
Is what it looks like.
So not like, random uncontrolled people just fighting
Oh yeah.
under
There's
compulsion.
no weapons that have been drawn, and you can see some of them are trying to hold the others back, and it's about this point the City Watch have shown up, and they're you see them starting to split these guys up, and one of the City Watch is trying to scatter the crowd. He's, "Come on, go on. There's nothing to see here. Move along."
There's
Yeah.
a huge fight happening. What do you mean nothing to see?
We'll take care of it. Don't worry.
Yeah, I believe the man's right. Let's be on our way.
So, just so everyone knows what this is about, I found a Waterdeep City Encounters that has a
Knew it.
couple of hundred different random encounters around the city that are ranging in whether or not they're important or not.
City events.
That was one of the smaller ones. That was a guild war. So just so we
Awesome.
know what that was about.
Oh, okay.
It's the city events from Gloomhaven.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nice.
So yeah, you guys passed this by, and it looks like it was probably something to do between the Dung Sweepers Guild and the
The Poop Sweepers Guild.
Wow. Yeah, those guys are probably always in a shitty mood.
Ha! Can't just sweep it under the rug, though. Like, you gotta deal with it.
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta pick up your shit.
Oh,
Oop.
my God.
Yeah, this looks like it's something between the Dung Sweepers Guild and the Loyal Order of Street Laborers. So no telling really what the problem was, but they've been split up now. And so you guys make your way back to Troll Skull Alley and to the Bent Nail, and you see Tally. And again, this place smells like furniture polish and freshly cut wood. His furniture's beautiful. There's all sorts of stuff that's on display. There's even a little like decorative carvings that they're out for sale and things like that. And he says, welcome back. And he gestures to all of you to says, over here. And he reaches under his table there and pulls out the contracts and licensing on all. He says, I assume this is what you're here for?
Right. Yes, indeed.
He lays it out in front of you, and he says, now what I've been able to get, they can have this done by Greengrass, so you could open the tavern up for the festival if you wanted to.
Well, damn.
Oh, really?
That's
Yeah.
perfect.
And that's what you get when you work with the guild. He kind of makes this comment and says, your neighbor, Froon, has chosen to make an enemy of a couple of the guilds in town. So I only bring that up because of recent events. Now, with the guilds behind you, and you, my lords, I'm sure you know this, with the guilds behind you, this business will be as successful as any other maybe even more so. He says, Rune, well, I know for a fact that the Sellers and Plumbers Guild have decided to boycott his establishment after he apparently told one of the dwarven workers that his beard looked like barnacles on a ship. But that's not the point.
Wait, that is not a good idea.
Yeah, it's really not a good idea. He was really not happy about that. It was he almost hit him. But anyway, and he pushes these contracts out. He says, "This is what I've got for you." He says, "It'll be 1,000 gold pieces, and they can have this paid out over a 10-month period if that works for you guys.
So
100
100
pieces a
gold,
month.
100 dragons a month?
That would be it."
Good to know.
I think we can manage that.
I believe that's completely fair.
If you have any questions or anything at all, please. And he says, in fact, right now might be a time to discuss if there's any special modifications that you'd like to, any changes you'd like to make to the manor at all? Any?
Well, I, out of character, would like to know if there is any kind of guild we would know about to handle hiring the people that we need to run this thing for us.
People hiring guild.
Yeah, the people hiring people. The people.
Give me just a second. I don't think so. Not specifically.
I didn't think so either.
Let's see.
Maybe we could just put up some signs.
That might work, and I know people within the guilds. I'm sure they can put out word for you too. I think you'll have a easy time coming up with eager employees.
Excellent. How much could we add on to this for you to make a couple signs for me to put up around the building to attract hirees?
Oh, we can handle that. No extra charge.
I appreciate that. And then one more thing.
Certainly.
Would you have any personal recommendations on someone looking for something to manage? We need somebody to oversee these people. Someone you would personally call trustworthy.
Well, not specifically. Running a tavern's not my business, but I'm sure if you talk to some of the guild members when they come to start work, they might know someone.
That's not a bad idea.
All right. Let's keep our eyes out for someone like that. Because we can't be just sitting there waiting for people to apply.
Now, I'm going to bring up the map, and if there's anything about this map that you would like to change, any windows you want moved, or doors you want changed, or any particular furniture placement, or anything like that, let me know, and I will do what I can with the Dungeon Painter Studio thing.
I was on the floor with the library and study, right?
Yeah.
I was in that master bathroom. Bedroom, I mean. Yes.
I think that's me. Oh, no, you're right. I'm sorry. That's me over there. Yep.
Yeah, because you were on in the,
Yeah.
oh yeah, second floor.
That's what I had right there.
Yep. I want, I'll go first. I want this door gone. And a door put in here.
Okay.
And that spare room made a private bath.
Got it.
And then, just the bedroom decked out to the nines. And that's
How do
all
you
I had.
feel about this wall right here?
Maybe another door there.
Okay.
actually, just take that whole damn wall out. Make that balcony part of the common room.
Okay.
Yeah,
It-
that sounds cool.
And again, if anyone wants to change their mind or send me anything after the game, we can take care of that. Right now, this is all out of character just to figure out if there's anything you guys want to change or add on or anything like that.
Cool. That's all I had.
The one I was intending to do that we had discussed earlier was on the in the tap room, was to bring that staircase inside so that you don't have to go outside to go up to the living
Yeah,
quarters of your
absolutely.
own tavern. Okay.
Most definitely.
Katarina, do you have anything you would like to change about your room or any other ideas for anywhere else in the house?
No.
Oscar, anything about your attic area or anywhere
Like
else?
the exact same room in the same place, only larger.
It's just like a camper. The walls just extend out on his room.
So what I can do, without making it bigger, I can take those two walls and the two doors out in that attic area, so you would have the attic bedroom and the attic storage combined, if that's something you want.
But how would I get to the other room if you take the door away?
You would just put the door at the top of the stairs.
This is out of character, man.
Yeah, this is out of character, but
Oh, in that case, sure.
okay.
Come on, man.
Bart, is there anything you want added or changed or anything?
No, everything looks fine to me.
Okay. I have some furniture that I will work with to try to furnish everyone's rooms and the library. When you guys see what I've got for the library, I think you'll really like it, especially. But
Sweet.
I think that's gonna cover it. So that was, we want the wall in the common room removed is really the only big one, aside from closing off and privatizing that spare room into a bathroom, right?
Yeah, I'm assuming we were planning on making the upper floors private for us, and in that case, we should try to come up with something cool for that common room. But for now, just making it bigger is cool.
Totally. And again, any changes you decide now, we can change more later down the road. It may cost more later, but
Yep.
depending on what you want done.
Gotcha.
So, back in character. So Tally's got these contracts in front of him, and he's got everything drawn up, and he's says, if you have any questions, I'm here day and night. I would be happy to help you out with anything, and if you have any problems with any of the workers or any issues involving the guild, let me know. I will do my best to take care of you.
We
Excellent.
appreciate your concern and attentiveness.
Indeed.
I appreciate your business. And he smiles wide, and he offers a quill. He says, just sign right here on the dotted line, and I will take care of the rest.
Sign that shit.
I take the pen and sign with a flourish.
All right. He says, do you have the 250 gold now?
Right.
A little bit.
I hand him a pouch
Or-
with my $72 gold and my 5 silver.
Is that the correct?
I hand it
thing?
to you.
Is that what we all owe to make it perfect?
I don't know.
It sounds about. I think that's about it. Yeah.
Let's use a calculator, because
Math is hard.
I'm like,
250 divided by 4 is 62.5.
Almost. Okay. So 62.5.
Give him 10 damn
she was giving
dragons back, bitch.
All right.
So I will take.
Not that I don't
from
trust
there.
you, but
Cool.
Don't
know.
worry, trust is not necessary.
it's all about that money.
updated.
Yar. I'm gonna grab a drink. Give me 2 seconds.
Drink it.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
All right. So, for the next several days, what would you guys like to do? This is
I previously mentioned activities.
which were
Mentioned.
The things
Sorry.
and the stuff.
Katarina sees a real need for networking so that they can have a really nice idea of who's out there needing a
Okay.
job, who is good, who is trustworthy. Because honestly, we don't want to run the business, but we want to trust whoever does run the business.
I'll
So,
work with
just
Katarina on
made-
that for sure.
Relevant sense to go out and about and just talk to people and get to know people and find out their needs and them and their families and just see if we can really get a good idea of who we want to come in because it's our home.
all right.
I'll take a more official approach, getting the signs up and visiting, rich people of influence that I know and trying to find people they have that are valuable and good, but also need a place to establish themselves.
So I've shared this thing that's got the downtime activities from Xanathor's guide, and what you guys are describing is probably going to fall under carousing, where you're out trying to make connections, right?
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, let's carouse.
So I'm going to call it probably higher class, like you're dealing with nobles, Todrin, and
Yes.
Katarina. I would imagine you're probably working more with, would you say, lower class or middle class or?
Katerina does not really acknowledge classes that way. She's been on the planes long enough to kind of have transcended above that.
Okay.
She is hundreds of years old. There really is
That's
anyone
useful.
What? Damn, just
What?
drop that on us like that. Holy shit.
An elf, so. Or
Uh,
mostly.
When we talked about our characters, I never concealed my age. I'm sure we
No.
talked about our ages at the time.
Maybe. I don't
I mean,
remember.
even Oscar's like 100 and something.
I'm sure it's not that big a deal to the characters, but I sure as hell didn't know that. Or if I did, I forgot.
103.
Holy shit.
Bart,
It's how Oscar is, yeah.
do you have anything that you would like to be doing in this time?
I was gonna ask you, since I work for the order, is there any way I could work in moving around spells in my books and stuff and practicing magic into that?
Absolutely.
I mean, like, what is it called? Transcribing, I guess.
Well, I'll tell you what. For you in particular, I gave some thought about this because we discussed this previously. I'm going to call it work, but I think that when you go to the order of the the Watchful Order of Mages and Protectors, and they put you to work, they're probably going to put you to work doing research, scribing spell scrolls, maybe even a little alchemy if that's your thing. I don't know if that was something you do or not, but they're going to have you working and doing all sorts of stuff with that, and they pay well.
Awesome. Good. Yes, that's what I want to do with my downtime then.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I
Oscar.
found it.
yeah,
So you know, Heinrich, I'm 312.
that's crazy. Awesome.
Awesome.
It might actually put some context to her decision.
Oscar, do you have any downtime activities you would like to do?
So the training, and then the tailoring.
Sorry, the tailoring?
Remember-
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Gotcha. Yeah, Vivi can take care of that for you.
perfect.
And
Okay.
if I have any spare time, if there is an event, I would like to do a little jousting.
I bet you would.
Or, God damn it, you just ruined it all, didn't you?
I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine.
It
I'm
was-
just kidding.
Natural 8.
It was really him. It was Oscar who ruined it. Was
I'll tell you what we'll do. Let me take care of these, and
Yeah, of
we
course.
we'll do the joust
It's fine if that's
after
too
we've
much.
after we've
I'll
resolved
totally
this.
get in on the
No, no.
jousting.
man, he's
That
insatiable.
is that
Maybe
is
we could do,
absolutely okay.
Pit fighting instead. If Oscar wants to get in, we could just do some.
Oh, I want to go both ways.
Applying filter. Applying filter.
Brilliant. I love it. Okay. So I'm gonna
Damn
just
it!
because this is the order I've put y'all in on my note card here. I'm gonna go top to bottom here. I need. Let's see.
Some dice roll.
Yeah, there's gonna be a dice roll. I'm just reading this real quick.
I know. I'm just.
Kind of like this manual dice rolling thing. I
Me
didn't think
too,
it was
man.
going to work this way.
Dude, I have this really crazy badass Elder Scrolls Codex dice tower. The wood and the leather and everything, so it's really cool to get to use this shit.
Give me just a second. I'm gonna have to turn the music down for me. Just it's a little distracting right now while I'm trying to read. Let's see.
That sounds familiar.
Whenever you talk, my eyes just glaze over.
Yes. I'm trying to read something. You start talking, my eyes just go out of focus instantly. Can't read at the same time. Which is so
Okay.
backwards of like school. I could
Give
be reading
me-
a book. Sorry.
Give
go
me a charisma persuasion check.
ahead. This is from me and Katarina.
For you first, and then I'll go ahead and get her after that.
Alright, so the way I do this is I roll a dice. Bam! 18. So I take a 20,
Alright.
put in 18, and then that becomes... Oh, how do I make it a charisma dice roll? Do I... Oh, okay, I think I understand now. So I take this. There we go. Okay, then put in 18. There, that's my roll.
Alright. Katarina, go ahead and give me a charisma persuasion check. And this is gonna be probably the rest of the next week that this is taking the course over. So, Todrin, you're talking with noble families and
Business
seeing if
owners
they
and
know
such.
you. Right.
I'm gonna roll persuasion, but I'm not understanding why.
This is kind of a time in between adventures thing. This is things that your characters are doing between the time that you're
Yeah.
fighting.
But
stuff,
who was I trying to persuade to do what?
Well, that's up to you. Todrin was doing it to look for people to work at the tavern. So
Earlier
you-
when
you
you
mentioned
said
networking.
Yeah, you said
So-
networking. This is us deciding how well that goes for you.
Right.
Which is all well and good. It's just I wasn't trying to persuade. It was more gathering information to see, to get to know people so that we would have a better idea when
Okay.
we wanted to go look
Well,
for our hiring.
So investigation, maybe?
I'll just tell you.
Maybe.
What it says here is a charisma persuasion check, but if you want to roll an investigation check, that's okay.
Well, I mean, I just wasn't sure of what I was doing, filling or anything persuasive, because I wasn't
Right.
trying to get anyone to do anything. But I'm okay with whatever you guys choose. I just wanted to make
Okay.
sure it was clear what my activity was.
He was
Alright.
thinking the end result
Yeah,
of
so-
your action is that we hire people that you found, and you would be persuading them to work for us
Well,
in that event.
Not necessarily. That was how I took yours. The way I took hers was like
Oh,
getting to know people as far as like that you could work with, who's trustworthy, who's not, things like
Yeah,
that.
he's using the rules for carousing, right?
I'm using the rules for carousing. And with the rolls I've gotten from the two of you so far, I've got Todrin, you made 3 allied contacts,
sick.
which is the best you can do, and Katarina got a hostile contact, which is the worst. So,
Oh shit.
so I will get back to you soon on who it is you've met and what has happened. So,
She found a really
And
shitty
that wants
person.
to kill
actually,
us.
on that, let's see. Both of you roll me a d10.
All right. A D10. Yeehaw.
Okay. Neither one of you came across any kind of complications aside from just Katarina had a bad experience with someone.
Interesting. Cool. All right.
I look forward to hearing more about it.
I will admit this is probably the part of the thing that I did not prepare for the most. I
It's
wasn't
going.
expecting
It's
this,
going
so
fine, man. This is cool.
we'll see how it goes. Bart, let's.
What's up?
I need you to roll me.
Hey Bart.
What?
What's up?
Shut up!
I'm gonna call yours a. This says either strength athletics, dexterity acrobatics, intelligence using a set of tools, or charisma performance. I think
I
for
would
you,
say
it's obviously going to
intelligence.
be intelligence. Do you have a tool proficiency?
Uh,
Tell you what, let's just.
Proficient with your
I
tool.
do, but I never picked one.
Oh, you do. Okay.
So alchemy kit, is that a tool?
There's alchemy kits. There's herbalism kits. Those both count as tools.
I
I
would
think
say
alchemy is
alchemy.
like. I think alchemy is like acids and antivenoms, and herbalism is like healing potions and things like that.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. I'd have to double check, but either way, what I want from you is a intelligence check with your proficiency modifier.
Okay.
Okay.
Ah, balls.
You
I
got
won't let me
balls?
put in a number. Oh, there we go. Awesome.
Damn.
I was working on it. Calm your tits.
Okay. And roll me a d10 to go with that.
I'm afraid.
Maybe
God
it's
damn
you
it.
we shouldn't have rolling dice.
Maybe.
Just tell me, is it a 1? Okay, it's not a 1. You're safe. No complication.
Okay, cool.
What you do come across something else that happens while you're working at the Watchful Lord.
Uh-oh.
It's not an uh-oh.
It's not an uh-oh.
No, actually, what happens is
Rocks
Let's see.
fall and you die. No.
A paper bird flies through the window, skims the top of the bookshelves before swooping low over the head of a young apprentice, and coming to a stop at the table you're studying at. It's just got your name on it.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and gingerly pick it up and look at it.
Okay. Again, it's one of those folded paper birds that will fly to you when with a message on it.
Right.
Do you open it?
Yeah, after I pick it up and it doesn't blow up or anything, yeah, I'll open
it doesn't blow up. You're good. So inside it says, one of the drays working in the city is pulled by a talking mare named Maxine. She will be around the market at high sun. Find out if she has learned the identity of any Zentarum operatives, and if so, determine their whereabouts.
Oh shit.
What was that?
I think that was the music bot dropped out. Sorry,
Oh,
Yeah, fuck that guy.
You want me to start it back up or not?
Yeah, of
no,
course.
you're good. Oh, well, I guess
Well,
yes.
unless it's a problem. I mean,
I
you
had
worked
it
hard.
turned down just because I was reading.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, you worked hard on that shit, and it's really cool. I like it. And it's been working well, which is good.
There we go.
Yes, Oblivion. Fuck yeah.
Okay. Did you get all that, Bart?
One more time?
One of the drays working in the city is pulled by a talking mare named Maxine. She will be around the market at high sun. Find out if she has learned the identity of any Zentarum operatives, and if so, determine their whereabouts.
That's a lot of information. One sec.
These people live in a world where I don't really see how you could be surprised by fucking anything. Ever. Seriously.
Did you say the market?
Yes.
Working in the market?
And it's approaching high sun when you excuse me.
Oh, so
when
I
you
have like
receive
15,
this
20
message.
minutes to get down there?
Yeah, you've got probably half an hour.
Okay. So a dray working the city pulling or working the city. I don't know why I said that. Pulling a mare will be in the market at high noon, and I'm supposed to what now?
It's a talking mare.
A talking mare.
There's a talking horse, and you need to talk to her about information.
Okay. And I need to talk to it about information on the Zentarum?
Right.
Okay.
Do you head on out there?
I'm gonna go see if anybody else is. Where are we, by the way?
Sorry.
You were in the. Actually, let me pull up the map and I'll show you exactly where you are.
Have we gone back to the? I guess you're about to tell us.
This is during our down week, so I would be out talking to nobles.
Oh, right. So I'm at work.
Yeah, this is you doing your
So
thing.
this is you here, right where you see the D in Castle Ward. It says Guild Tower of the Order.
Tower of the Order.
That's where you are when you receive this message, and the market is straight north of you.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, well then, since I'm alone, I'll get up and head towards the market.
Okay, roll me a perception check.
Okay.
In fact, roll me 2 perception checks.
Ooh, right off the table.
Void.
Where'd it go? Yeah!
What'd you get?
That's the first one.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Nat 20.
And then...
Suspense is killing me. No
Oh,
way.
sorry. No.
Okay.
That wasn't it. It was a
I-
10.
It's
So
okay.
12.
Okay.
My fat fingers.
So the first thing you notice, when you get to the end of the street, you pass Lightsinger Theater where you guys went to the opera. There's one of these drays is parked just a little way down the road from it, and when you approach, you see that it is being led by several horses, and one of them seems to turn its head and look right at you as you start to approach.
I'm trying to be covert about this, by the way.
Okay, roll me a stealth check.
Okay.
So when you approach, this horse kind of stamps its foot a couple of times.
Okay.
Are you gonna talk to it?
Yeah, I'll approach it. Excuse me.
Fuck yeah.
Wow.
That was good. Holy shit.
Yeah, it was. Excuse me.
Taps its hoof a couple of times.
No, not you. Not gonna talk.
You're Harper.
Oh, I look around. Was that you? I'm like looking at the horse now.
And the horse kind of acts like it's looking away.
You
Are
got
you
the
the
stuff?
Harpers?
You got the stuff? Do you space?
I get a little closer and I'm kind of like scratching it behind the ears. Yes, and I'm kind of like doing it out of the side of my mouth, like at the horse, trying to be, trying.
Horses.
This isn't fucking happening.
So fucking ridiculous. You got the stuff? Let me scratch your ear real quick.
So the the horse says, "So there were two humans and Taram agents, a male named Erstel and a female named Sidra. They were discussing the
Erstel?
whereabouts of a gnome that had been eluding them since some deal with the Xanathar went south." And the horse kind of looks around a little bit before it continues. It says, "He said not to let the Doom Raiders get wind of this, but I don't know who they are."
Gotcha. Anything else?
Yeah, there was something else. And the horse kind of looks around again the other way and kind of taps its foot, and it says, "Another two. An elf and a half-orc. We're talking about hiring spies to root out the Xanathar Guild hideouts in the city. The elf said someone named Oliver wanted this thing buried now. They were on their way to the Yawning Portal, I think."
Oh, shit. We're working for Ollie. What the fuck? Sorry. That's fucking awesome.
Okay. Who wants them buried?
Oliver.
So it says, "Another two, an elf and a half-orc. We're talking about hiring spies to root out Xanathar Guild hideouts in the city. The elf said someone named Oliver wants this thing buried now. They were on their way back to the Yawning Portal."
Awesome.
Okay.
And it's
I have a
about
good
this,
idea of what that is.
Yeah, it's about this point that the driver is kind of looking at you kind of funny. "Are you talking to my horse?"
I look over at her. What? Why would I be talking to your horse? I mean, it's a horse. No, no,
Yeah,
no,
if
a
you
horse.
want to ride, you get in the back like everybody else, pal.
No, I thought it was a beautiful horse. It's a great horse. I was
Yeah.
just admiring it. I was talking to myself. Don't get the wrong idea. I'm with the Mage's Order. You know we're quirky. You know what? You have a good day. I will
Roll me a
go
persuasion
for a
check.
walk.
Persuasion. I guess that was all true.
He's a
except
noble.
except for the lies.
He says, "Yeah, just get out of here, you weirdo."
Yes, yes. You have a good day too, good sir. And I
Yeah.
just kind of walk away pompously.
Yeah, he's
Strutting.
just shaking his head and going, "What the hell?"
That was a fucked experience.
That was pretty fucking great. Loved it.
So when you get back to your desk, someone just walks right by and they just drop 2 gold coins, 2 gold dragons on your desk, and just keep walking.
Thank you.
What the fuck?
Was that my payment? Like,
Yes.
wow. That was. I'm so welcome and loved here.
Jesus.
So, and you can go ahead and put this in your thing for the week. You make 20 gold pieces plus the additional 2 for the Harper's job.
Oh, awesome.
Time well spent.
All right. Oscar, what's this training that you wanted to do? Is this for your thing we talked about?
Yeah, for the little things.
Okay.
Let me steal you again.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it was. It was hilarious. I hope you guys don't mind.
No. That was a good ride to be on. That was fun.
Yeah, it was.
I just realized rhythm is spelled wrong.
I think it's interesting that I know that that's Yadra.
Oh yeah, that's totally Yadra and Yagra and
Oh, Yagra.
Davil.
Davil.
Yep, absolutely.
We just talked to him. Oh my god.
That's why I was saying we're fucking working for Oliver. Ollie.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Crazy. Good stuff. Hey, are you the talking horse? Are you the are you the Harper?
Yeah, that was
No,
great.
I'm just looking for a talking horse.
That was great.
They covertly pay you. Thank you. Oh, you pissed that person off. Like, really? This guy works for the Harper?
I didn't even realize. Oh, fuck. I'm not good at this.
Oh, shit. That's great. Thank you. Is that my payment? Yes. Jesus Christ. Just scoop it into your pouch quietly and move on with your life.
What is wrong with this guy? Fuck. That was good stuff, though.
Fuck yeah. It's good to be back. I always forget how much fun this is.
It is so much fun.
All
Oh,
right.
hello.
So as I was
Funny.
saying, it works. Every now and then, when you do this, you'll send one of them off, and they don't come back, and it's just they seem to either forget or didn't understand. But for the most part, it seems to be working, and with more time and more effort, it'll work.
Fantastic. So the next time you guys see Oscar, he's dressed up as close as he can to Todrin, and he
shit.
has little toddler-sized rodents dressed up as servants and follow him around.
Wow. That won't be difficult to explain to everybody we talk to everywhere we go, always.
It's okay. I can have my servants explain it to them. Go explain it to them, and they scamper.
Oh god. You're
So-
little toddler-sized rodents.
Todrin, you're taken aback when these small furry rodents that are wearing these little butler uniforms come to you and sit up on their haunches and look up at you, and they just look up at you, and they kind of move their mouths and move their little paws, and it's weird.
Well, I have to say I'm rapidly approaching the understanding that I can no longer be surprised by anything anymore. So, I don't know what this is trying to accomplish, but keep it up, and maybe it'll help somehow. I don't understand what's going on. Is it trying to talk to me?
Oh no, they know better than to address a noble.
Uh-huh. So,
You swear you see the rats all nod in unison.
oh, all right. Well, you look good. Nice get up you got there.
The rats just kind of look at you and then look back over their shoulder at Oscar.
I just nod sagely at them.
They all, as when he does that, they just scatter in different directions.
Wow. Okay. I'm assuming you have a plan in mind for that.
I don't know. What do you plan for yours?
My rats?
Your servants.
Oh, I actually didn't bring any with me. But if I do find some, I plan happy and effective lives for them. In effective service, of course.
I see. Well, I will keep that in mind.
Right.
So, as the week progresses, the workers all show up and they begin work on the house, and you hear them knocking down walls and installing doors and all the stuff that they're supposed to be doing. And Katerina, when you're out, you run into Froon outside, and
Oh boy.
you ended up striking up a conversation with him, and he's not a pleasant fellow. And whether it was through something you said or just the fact that you are part of the group that bought the tavern that he wanted, he didn't seem to like you very much. And he is the hostile contact that you made.
Excellent. Well played.
Todrin, you were actually pointed to 3 young halflings.
Okay.
They have been... Excuse me, just a second. Okay. Bart, haven't noticed anything yet as far as that goes.
Okay.
As far as these what you come across, let me find this for you, Todrin. Here it is.
Shoot.
So you come across these 3 halflings. Kelso, Fiddlewick.
Kelso Fiddledick.
I'll post their names here in the chat for
Okay,
you.
thank you.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Saf's quiet, so I'm trying to be as perverted as possible.
You come across Kelso, Fiddlewick,
Okay.
Danica Fiddlewick, his younger sister, and a girl named Bryn Hilltopple. And they're all halflings. And they're like, we would love to come work in a tavern. We've always wanted to work in a tavern. Is there anything that we could do to get us in on the bottom floor of this? We would love to come work for you.
Okay.
And they seem really eager for this opportunity.
And they're the ones that came with good recommendations from
Yes.
people that I know. Okay. All right.
It's not so much that they came from good recommendations from people that you know. It's they practically came to you.
Oh. Okay.
Was this Todd or was this Katarina?
This is Todrin.
Yeah, let me do a some kind of check. I want to figure out which one of them seems like they're I mean, if I were to pick a leader of the 3, basically.
Sure. Roll me an insight check.
Insight is a dice.
Yes, it is. It's a D20.
And that is one of these. That didn't work. Or did it? Yeah, it did.
So the best you can tell, and Kelso seems to be doing a lot of the talking. He seems to be the oldest, and it's him and again his younger sister and their friend Bryn.
Okay.
Was there anything else you were looking for with that insight check?
Nope, that's perfect.
Okay.
I'll tell them, well, let's, I'll give them a time for them to meet me at the Restless Tavern, whatever the hell I said. And I'll set it up as a meeting between me and Katarina and the people that we, were looking to get involved, because I saw her looking for the same kind of thing.
Okay.
And so, yeah, so we'll just have them show up and we'll go over what we want.
So I want to state this just because I kind of fudged this a little bit because I between all the things that were said and everything, these people did not come to you from contacts that you had with other nobles or anything. They approached you. So just
Okay.
so that you know.
Gotcha.
So what do you want to do with this little meeting between?
Just tell them what we expect from them. So what did come of my talking to my contacts then? That's what I need to know. Is this the only results that I have, or?
Well, this is what you got for the 3 contacts is these 3 halflings.
Gotcha.
But the people you talk to, the nobles in the area,
yeah,
in the North Ward in particular, there's not a lot of taverns in the North Ward. There's what few taverns there are really nice, but most of the people you talk to, nobles don't tend to be involved in these things directly. They hire people to do it for them.
Right.
So that was most of the people you talk to were like, well, just hire someone to hire someone for you.
Okay. Yeah. All right then. Yeah, I guess we'll just talk to them about what we want to happen. We want it to become a tavern minus the inn part, just somewhere for people to come, have drinks, have a good time. As she said, at all times, just whatever we can do to keep it active and entertaining around the clock. I mean, considering there's a fucking ghost, like, of course it would be interesting during the night.
When you mention the ghost, the three of them, they kind of look at each other.
That's fair enough.
And
Yeah.
like, wait, ghost, you say?
Right, but relax. It's he's just as excited about this as you are. He wants this to be a success. You don't have to worry about a thing.
Excuse me, my lord. And Kelso hold up a finger and he says, just a moment. And the three of them kind of walk back a few steps and they kind of huddle down together.
Shit.
Roll me a perception check.
Okay. That's a dice. Damn it. Perception.
Yeah, you really can't hear anything that they're saying.
I'm fuming. Fucked up.
The three of them come back to you and they say, okay. If there's a ghost around, I think we can deal with that. You said that it's not like it's a friendly ghost, right? It's not gonna like.
Yeah. So
they look nervous, but they're probably desperate for a job. As the impression
totally.
you get from them.
So let's put it this way. He wants this to be a successful tavern. It's part of our attraction. I need you to work that. Sell it to the people. But this nervousness that you're feeling right now, people are going to come with that same nervousness, but they're going to be curious. They're going to want to know. So don't do what I'm doing. Don't explain it to them. Kind of hint here and there. Maybe scare them if they seem like that's what they're into. But that's our selling point. We are the Restless Tavern.
And they kind of all look at each other again and they say, scare them, you say? Really?
I mean, lightly scare them. Entertain them. Keep it interesting. But I don't want anybody running away screaming or anything like that.
They all kind of nod and they seem to understand what you're saying. And they're like, yeah, okay, I think we can do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
The word you're looking for is gimmick.
Yeah, it's our gimmick. That's what we're doing.
The younger sister of Kelso, she kind of looks up at you and she puts her hand up to her like a salute. She says, "You got it, boss."
And while she does that, I want to pop Divine Sense and see if he's anywhere around.
Liff?
Yeah, the ghost.
Yeah. Are you you're probably in the tap room talking to them about this?
Yeah,
right
absolutely.
Now.
Yep.
All there's workers who are going in and out talking about and doing their thing, and while you're talking to these guys in the tap room.
I was imagining me standing on the bartender side,
right,
and them sitting at the bar stools. Like, yeah.
Right. Yeah. When you do that, you sense he's right next to you.
So yeah, I'm just there. They salute me, and I do my weird inhale. I just turn with intense eyes.
They all look at each other when you do that.
And is there a glass or a few drinks in the area?
Oh yeah, by now you guys have gotten glasses that the money you've put down is
perfect.
You've got glasses. You've got by now you've got beds that Tally has brought in for you guys, so you don't have to sleep in your bed rolls on the floor. it's livable now. So
Okay, so
you've
yeah,
got glasses, you've got drinks, you've got food. And things
looking
like
at
that.
him, I'll look over at him with this intense look and just stick my hand out on the bar like I'm gonna catch a drink that's sliding across the bar. I just want to see how cooperative this ghost is gonna be with our gimmick, like Alex said.
When you do that, nothing happens.
Nothing happens. All right. I turn and look at him. Eventually, that's gonna work. I promise.
They're like, sure.
Right.
Sure, we believe you, boss. Yeah. That's kind of the yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, I think we can make a go of this. I've put up. We have put up various ways to have people come in and start working here. Use your best judgment. If you have any questions, come and find one of me or my group, and we will help you out. But like I said, I want this to be a working business. So you let me know.
All right.
Don't let me down, and do not cross us. And at this point, I get kind of intimidating.
Do you want to roll an intimidation check?
I do, very much so.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, come on. Natural 20! Cool. That would be, wow, a really big number.
Nice.
26, sorry.
All right. Yeah, you can see they all look at each other, and it's like, did our boss just threaten to kill us?
But as long as that doesn't happen,
Yeah.
I'm deflating, I'm smiling and happy. Everything will be fine. We will all make plenty of money.
Okay. Katerina, I need you to roll me a perception check. Okay.
Oh, man.
So at some point during the week, you guys see Captain Staggett come in.
Oh, nice.
And let me pull this up.
Is that what my perception check was?
You didn't notice anything. This is different. This is
No, I just didn't know what I was rolling it for.
I can't tell you what you were rolling it for. You didn't notice it, so that's
I
the
don't
best I
even know
got
where
for
I
you.
am.
Well,
None of us
this
do.
is all happening.
My
This is all
room.
happening over. This is all happening over the course of about a week. You guys are in and around Troll Skull Manor, and
So at this moment, when Captain Daggett
Yeah.
shows up, who's there?
I'm going to say he comes in kind of late in the evening after the workers have all left. It's not late evening. It's probably before dinner time, but everyone's left. It's just you guys, and he says, "You mind if I come in?"
Please, please.
So,
Welcome, Captain.
do you want the good news or the bad news first?
I look over at Oscar. Bad news.
And he
We're out of meat.
says, "You mind if I take a seat?"
Sure, that's what they're for.
He pulls a chair out and he says, "I was going to send someone to summon you, but after what's happened, I decided it would be better to come myself. You see, we called a priest from Helm's Hall to cast a Speak with Dead spell on your drow.
Oh shit.
Unfortunately, upon seeing the body, he told us that the drow's face was too badly disfigured. The spell wouldn't take hold. So we don't have any more answers from him now than we did before.
Oh,
Am I there?
You're all there.
We're all here.
All four of you are.
Oh. Well, I apologize for that.
Well, it's more complicated than that even. You see, his gear disappeared from the watch post.
What the fuck?
And the next day, we also found that his body was gone.
Well, how could that have happened?
Well, there was an acolyte that was tending to another body. And he said that suddenly everything went dark. He thought that he had gone blind for a moment. When his vision returned a couple of minutes later, the body was gone. No one in the area saw or heard anything except for his screaming.
Oh, shit.
Now, I'm sorry, I misspoke. When they described the body to this priest, he told them that a speak with dead spell wouldn't have worked anyway. So the body was stolen first, and then he told them it wouldn't have worked anyway. So, sorry, I have
Gotcha.
to backtrack just a little bit. So, it's incredibly unlikely, according to the priest, that his body could be raised from the dead in any way. But I thought you should know that your drow has friends, apparently.
Yeah, that spell sounds familiar. It was used on us.
What spell?
The
Oh.
blindness.
That's right, I do remember that.
Yeah, that was a real bitch. I sympathize with your acolyte. Sounds like folk of a similar, I don't know, ability set.
Well, I just need you guys to understand that whoever it is that you're working for, whoever it is that you've crossed, you guys really need to be careful.
That's interesting. We were under the impression he was working alone and working havoc on innocent elves in the area.
Well,
That is an unfortunate turn of events, for sure. I thought that was a done deal.
well, I think that this was your guy. I think this was the serial killer. I really do.
Well, yeah.
But we don't have any evidence of it. We have a heavily armed drow in the dock ward, and that's about it.
Fair enough. He did attack,
He did.
but you're right. There's not.
So none of you are being
Shit.
charged with anything. Don't worry about that. There are witnesses that support your
Oh,
story.
good, because I attacked him first, and I was really worried about that.
I have to admit, I was a little as well.
Look,
Well, at least there won't be any more murders from that person, at least.
well, there haven't been any more since what happened the other night. So this is about 3 or 4 nights after that. So it's just, do you want my advice?
Sure.
Please.
I think it would be in everyone's best interest if you guys were to keep out of the line of sight of the Zentarum, keep out of the line of sight of the Xanathar Guild, and any other miscreants in the city. If you want to be adventurers, go hunt monsters. But this kind of business is probably best left up to the Watch. I don't mean any offense. I appreciate the assistance, I really do, but it does complicate matters, you know.
Right. Well, Let me ask you a question. What's your opinion on what the future holds for us if that were not to be the case?
What do you mean?
It means, and what if we don't?
Yeah, what if we continue to do our best working between the lines here? I mean, we did good. A murderer is down.
Alleged murderer.
Right,
By the way.
right, of course.
I'm worried for you guys. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm legitimately concerned. If this drow has friends, they may come after you.
I see.
Mhm.
You're concerned for our personal safety. I appreciate that, Captain, and we will keep you informed of anything that arises from this situation in the future, for sure.
I appreciate that. It's just, well, I'll leave you to it. And this place is looking great, by the way. The construction's in the process, but it already looks brighter and cleaner at the very least.
I'm sure. Does it
So,
look
well,
restless? No, I'm just kidding.
well, I wish you good luck with your business. I wish you good luck with your venturing endeavors if you choose to continue that. Just please, if you're going to be operating in the dock ward, give me a heads up at the very least, if that's possible.
I think,
Just do what we can.
yeah,
Okay.
I think that's doable.
All right. Well, good luck, gentlemen, my lady.
Have a good day.
Good day.
He leaves.
This
And
guy's
I
name is
apologize.
Captain what again?
Captain Staggett,
Staggett.
Staget.
Cool
Katarina,
guy.
I apologize if this has been a little disjointed. I probably should have prepared it a little more, but this is all happening. Let me see. So the night you guys killed the drow was the 18th of Tarsak, which is the 4th month of the year.
Mm.
So this is just downtime. This is essentially a way to burn time, so that time passes. This is essentially where we would be doing travel time during another adventure. This is that.
It's like a montage, out of order, and
Kind of,
for different
yeah.
characters.
Right. I hope that makes sense. But nearing the end of the week, and you guys are approaching, say, the 27th of Tarsak, so you're getting close to
Oh shit.
you actually receive one of those flying snakes from the Zentarum, flies up to your window and kind of taps at the glass.
I opened the glass.
So in the coils of the snake, you get a letter. And let me find it.
So I let the snake in and let him like kind of curl around my arm, warm up for a bit, and offer him a mouse out of the corner of the room, making sure Oscar's nowhere around to see. Take the letter and put it out on the once he's happy, stuffed, and warmed up again. I send him on his way. Or wait, nope. I keep him in case I have something to return.
All right.
I just he's like coiled up on the bed, happy and full with a big bulge in his belly,
Absolutely.
hanging out.
So the letter reads,
You could already be a winner.
there's a shop in the trades ward called there's a shop in the trades ward called Weird Bottles Concoctions. The gnome who runs it is a friend of ours named Schemo. He's made some potions of mind reading for a client. Pick up the potions and deliver them to the God Catcher, one of the enormous statues in the castle ward. Give the potions to the lady in the purple cloak, and keep the tip. And the God Catcher, when you look at the map here, when you see the market, just a little less than a block north of the market is the God Catcher.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Are you okay, Hind?
I'm sorry. I've been getting so much spam in the mail after signing for a mortgage that struck my funny bone pretty goddamn good. You could
I was like, are
already
you
be a
trying
winner.
to sneeze? Or are you trying to...
It's
So
just
I
too
send the
true,
snake on
too
its
real.
way.
Okay.
And I go downstairs and I say, going to the market if anyone wants to join. I need to make a delivery.
Mm,
I'll go.
no.
No takers? Okay.
Thank you, though.
I'll hang
And
out with
out I
Bart.
go.
I think Oscar, did I hear you wanted to go?
Yes, please.
Of
I'm
course.
done. Let's stay home.
Okay. I tell them to do their duties.
Reading my books.
They go poop
So-
in various corners.
Yeah, you guys. It almost seems like the rats are trying to help keep the place clean at points, and then other times you'll see one of them scurry across the floor and just like he's in a mad rush to get somewhere fast. And it's weird.
That's weird.
I like it.
So-
Semi-helpful psychotic cats.
So, where would you like to go, Katerina?
To Skimos.
Okay.
So we're strolling around the market looking for the place described in the letter.
Yeah.
Just chatting with Oscar and kind of strolling as though we're just out shopping in the market.
So when you arrive at Skimos and you see there's this wooden sign above the door, and it's got a potion bottle. It's kind of yellow and it's smoking out of the top, and it just says "Weird Bottles Concoctions" across the sign.
Oscar, I think this is the place.
And
It
it's
really rolls off the tongue.
yeah, it's kind of a dark shop, and let me get you a picture of this guy.
Oh, yay.
Why has it gotta be dark?
Because potions are dark magic.
Potions aren't dark magic.
They
Some
are.
of
You
them
never
are.
see potions
This
made
one
by
is.
rainbows. And almost never with glitter or unicorns.
What do you got
They do
against
glow.
dark magic, Drax?
So here's your guy. This is the guy behind the counter.
Yikes.
No further comment.
And when the
Good day.
when the bell dings on the door and you enter and say hello to him, he says, just a minute. And he kind of
She
he's-
waits quietly, kind of staring behind the counter for him to be ready.
That
there's a
guy's
couple-
clearly a halfling.
He's supposed to be a
Or
gnome.
There you go.
There you go.
What he is
Got
is terrifying.
At least small.
So he keeps you waiting for a little while, and roll me a perception check.
All of us?
No, just Katerina.
Oh, right.
Oh man. So he keeps you waiting for just a little while, and he says, "Okay, what can I do for you? I got potions of healing. I got shit. What? I'm sorry.
Oh, that's quite all right. I actually am here to pick up some potions that have already been ordered.
He kind of looks around at the rest of the shop, and he specifically eyes Oscar. He says, "That guy with you?"
I am with me, yes.
Right. He says, "Okay." He says, "Come back here," and he motions you behind the counter.
I go behind the counter.
He pulls out a yeah, he pulls out a a small silk-lined coffer and holds it out to you. This is out of sight of Oscar, kind of behind the counter, like he's trying not to show this. And he opens it up and he says, Okay. So the lady wants 4 potions of mind reading. That's what this is. She's already paid for it. Do your thing. And he just closes the top on it and he hands it to you.
So he just hands me the coffer with the 4 mind reading potions.
Yes.
And I take that and I kind of put it under my cloak. And away we go.
All right.
Oscar, is there anything that you wanted while we're here?
I don't think so, unless you have potions of meat.
No, he looks like he is a very talented young gnome. I bet he does have potions of meat.
Do you have potions of meat?
Kind of looks at you funny and says, No. No, I do not.
How about a potion of humor? No, none of that either.
I think I left it in my other store.
What a pity.
That was good.
Well, thank you for your time.
All right, scram.
See you soon.
Just a bunch of bad humor right there.
Woo! That was really good. Fuck.
And away we go to our next stop, which I didn't quite catch where that
God
was.
catcher. And I will.
Going to the god catcher. Oh, there it is. Yes, here. So I'm going to the god catcher, the enormous statue on the castle ward. So we're going to go to the castle ward now. Oscar, is there anything you needed to do while we were out?
Just catching a god.
Oh. Speaking of which, I mean, you don't really have a god you worship. You worship the energy of the city. Is that right?
Well, I mean, yeah, basically, draw my power from.
It's very intriguing. So the market's right there by it. So walking along, looking around, do we see anything odd as we're walking up toward the god? Anyone watching us or anything that catches our eye or is out of the ordinary?
Both of you roll me a perception check. Oscar?
I was rolling, sorry.
Oh.
We're like twinsies.
Katarina? You're not entirely certain, but at one point as you are moseying your way through the marketplace towards the god catcher, you swear like there's someone following you.
Someone what?
Someone following you.
What would give me that? What was the thing that gave me that feeling? Did I catch a glimpse? Was it just an odd feeling, like the hair on the
Just-
back of your neck? Like what?
There does several people back. Whoever it is seems to be keeping their distance, but this person seems to be keeping up with you.
So I just feel like I'm being paced by someone.
Right.
But I haven't actually turned around to see if that someone is even a boy or girl. With a glimpse, I keep seeing the same image of the same, in the same
Right.
movement, the same person in the same distance from me.
Right.
So as we kind of like start getting out of the market area, was this before or after we picked up our potion?
Oh no, this is after you picked up the potions.
So, Oscar,
Yes.
we haven't been out for a walk for a while. What do you say we take the long way?
Okay.
Instead of going straight up the road here, let's go over to Hurdle, take
Nice.
and cut across there and come up. It's a
I
lovely
start-
day for a walk.
Oh, indeed it is. I start taking exaggeratedly long strides.
Doing lunges.
Yes, he's
Wow,
doing his
Oscar.
You said
and
the long way.
as we kind of she's trying to decide how have a discreet conversation with him because he has no discretion. So she's trying to figure out if it's detrimental to them or the best way to try
That is
to
the
get his
question.
attention.
That is the question.
I guess no matter what, we're just gonna have to let it be what it is. And then as we're walking, I kind of get closer to Oscar and I kind of take him by his arm as if we were strolling together, and I kind of get up as close as I can to his ear, really close up, and I say, I don't want you to be alarmed, but I believe we're being followed by someone. Please don't turn around and look or make a scene. Just keep walking.
Oh, don't worry, Katerina. I know we're
Wow.
being followed. I'm following you.
Yes, but there might be a third person.
There's three of us?
He or she seems to be quite interested in, perhaps maybe a little too interested or too involved in my space or space. I need to stop talking now. It's just gonna get more complicated.
It was
Just
a valiant effort.
don't turn around and look, but be on your guard.
I lean backwards as far as I can so that I can look backwards without actually turning.
Oh my god.
Roll me a perception check, Oscar.
I'm not
I
being
don't-
conspicuous.
I
Proceeds
don't
to
need
be
to do,
super
like-
conspicuous.
Athletics or anything.
At the same time,
If you want.
she kind of discreetly reaches around. She's holding this in her cloak, under her cloak, and she reaches around with her other hand under her cloak and kind of unhinges the two ends of her spike chain so that it's now just hanging freely down under her cloak, draped over one shoulder
Oh shit.
and no longer hooked at the opposite hip.
I think you're gonna have to catch me before I fall.
Please
And
don't be
now
conspicuous.
we're walking
Proceeds
toward
to
the
be
guard
psychotic.
As we're going up her lane, so we kind of walked down Trader's Way until we got to whatever that crossroad is that connects to her. And we're going up toward the guard catcher. As we're walking here, hopefully it's a little less busy and we can kind of see on that crossroad there if we truly have, people who are, or someone who's following us.
Okay. Roll me a perception check.
Look, this road's made of dirt.
You haven't like nothing above like a 4, right?
It's
I
been
know.
pretty sad. I'm so sorry.
I am a.
Look
I
at the
apologize.
dirt. Oscar, I want you down on. Look, here, just take a big handful. Look, that road's made of dirt.
Damn it. So
Oscar,
much
why
better
the
at
sky?
that. Fuck.
I always wanted to know. Can you please tell me? Oh my God, what's that big orange ball in the sky?
Oh my god.
Anyway,
So
Fuck.
as you don't see anyone behind you. There doesn't seem to be anyone that's tracing you anymore. Maybe it was just your
we
imagination.
don't know if there's
before, but-
anyone on the planet.
Yeah. The
Fuck.
god is probably the most famous of the walking statues in the city. And when you approach it, there's a cart that is just right at the base of the statue. Excuse me, not a cart so much as a one of the a cab, horse pulled. What's the word I'm looking for here?
Oscar, what would you call that?
A
Is that a
carriage?
cart? Buggy?
Carriage. Thank you.
What,
Draw.
what's
What?
one of them?
Dre.
Horse-drawn carriage? No,
Or
it's
trains would be
trains,
more
right?
like a pulled bus. This is a smaller.
This is
It's
a
like a taxi, a 1 or 2 person type vehicle.
a rickshaw.
coach.
Or horse.
There you go.
Hey, coach. Not that
So,
most of those words don't work.
We try to approach the coach where we can actually see inside as we approach. We kind of come around to look inside. And what do we see when we're approaching where we can see inside?
As you approach, there's the coach is being pulled by a single black horse. The coachman is sitting there, and he seems to be ready to go just at a moment's notice. But and the curtain is pulled so that you can see a woman sitting in the coach, and she is wearing a purple hooded cloak, and she's alone in the back of the coach.
And so I turn to Oscar. Oscar, would you mind keeping watch? Right here close to the coach.
Sure.
Just keep on what's going on around us. I approach the coach where she would enter and exit. And may I approach you? I think I have something for you.
She looks out the window at you and she just nods.
I believe this is for you, and I don't really have a good idea like how accessible she is, but if I need to actually enter the coach or if I can just do an exchange from outside the coach, but I wish
you can
to
pass-
hand her.
You
Right.
must encroach upon the coach.
Yeah, you can pass it through the window, and she takes it from you, and she doesn't say anything, but she offers you a black velvet pouch and just sets it in your hand.
And I take it,
That's not conspicuous.
and I wish her a good day. Have a good day, lady.
She just nods and says thank you, and she taps on the side of the coach, and the coachman takes off, and they start heading up the street,
Did we
up
just buy
Sewell
drugs?
Street north. Sell drugs.
And I take
We
the
just
pouch
buy
and I
drugs?
put it in the hidden pocket of my cloak.
Okay.
And I rejoin Oscar to
Oscar,
walk back toward where we came from, like back to Trollskull.
right. Oscar, as you were standing there, I need you to roll me a perception check.
Perception. What? I was busy watching Cat.
Damn, guys.
So the rest of your journey back to Trollskull Manor seems to go uneventful. You return. There were when you get back to the manor, Katerina, you find that the pouch contained 15 platinum pieces.
Whoa.
No, it
Oh,
didn't.
What's that, 150 gold?
That is 150 gold.
holy shit.
150 dragons.
That delivery was worth about 2,000 gold pieces. Those
Should have
potions
robbed them.
those potions of mind reading are expensive.
I was wondering why they hired a Zentarm to deliver them. That would be well.
Holy fuck. Part of me was wondering why, we should have kept him, but then the other part of me is like, yeah, and then piss off all of the Zentarum? Yeah.
Zentarm, she never would have gone against a Zentarm.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Fuck. So much money.
So when I see this, I take 5 of those platinums and take them to Oscar.
Okay, I put
for,
those in. I put those in your inventory. So whatever you want to do with them, just let me know and I'll pass them over to him.
That's
or
what I
you
want to
can
do
take care of it.
because he accompanied me.
Okay.
I don't want to. I want to. I mean, as
Totally,
far as he knew,
yeah.
he was out for a walk. If we'd have gotten in trouble, it would have been his ass too.
Nice. Hey, Oscar, here's some money. What?
Here's
For what?
50 gold.
Well, we went on that walk the other day. Okay.
He doesn't ask questions. He just,
No.
oh, shiny pieces.
works
Thanks. I'll
great.
put it in my collection.
It works great for you. Most people that walk being paid for a walk isn't normal.
Oscar, you Have you ever seen a platinum sun before?
No. Yeah.
Well, she's
5 now.
just given you 5 of them, so
They're about the same color as a shard, right?
Oh God.
about the same color, but the shape is very different. Yes.
It's not the big one with the 2 griffins in the castle, is it?
Yes.
So that's not the harbor moon?
The harbor moon is the larger crescent-shaped one.
Okay, yeah. So, it's the big silver ones, the
Yeah.
platinum colored ones.
Right.
No, those are very pretty. Yeah.
Wow.
Whatever. I work all week, I get 20 gold. You get one job done and get freaking 100.
I got 3 halflings, so I don't want to hear shit.
I don't even know what to say about that.
They're
We
big
will remember
dragon.
that too. When they cause any trouble, they'll be coming to see you.
Yep.
They are your headache.
I didn't make any money. I earned tiny responsibilities.
Nice. Tiny responsibility.
All right. How are
If
we
we
doing on
learned
time?
anything from our last campaign, that's all halflings are. Just
It's
tiny
true.
responsibilities.
I know there hasn't been any combat in this, and I hope that's not disappointing.
Not at all. So
No,
much
not for
fun.
me.
So, what does happen? This is approaching the end of the week and the end of the construction period, and one of the workers comes to you guys early in the morning, and let's see, who does he approach? Oscar. God, why did it have to be Oscar?
Oscar,
This is
oh
gonna be
God,
interesting.
why?
Oscar,
This is
a
glorious.
dwarf approaches you. He's been one of the workers. You've seen him in and out of the building. He says, "So, you and your friends,
My
you guys,
servants.
sorry?
Are my servants the little ones with the jackets, suit jackets? Yes. I mean, I suppose they could be my friends, maybe. Yeah, I think they are.
Okay." He looks around and there's one of the little rats in the suit, and he's like, "Yeah, that's weird." So, you and your friends though, you guys hit the Xanathar Guild down in the sewers about a week or so back, right?
I cannot confirm nor deny that.
Just, well, look, I respect that. I really do. Had a couple of run-ins with their thugs myself. They've made my job a lot more difficult over the years. You're gonna ring their bell. Well,
I love bells.
I'd like to help you out a little bit. As, if you guys want, tell you what, just follow me.
I follow eagerly.
And he's one of the guys that's been working down in the cellar. And when he lifts the hatch in the tap room down to go into the cellar, and you follow him down, and he says, "Look, and you can see the place is brighter and cleaner. All the cobwebs are gone. The place looks fantastic now." And he says, "So we fixed your place up here, but we got some last minute things we can do here." He says, "If you guys would be willing to pay me, say, another 25 gold pieces, gold dragons, for taking care of the Xanathar Guild, and because your buddy across the street, that Vroon, made fun of my beard,
I knew it was him.
I'd be willing to put you in a secret door down here to see the sewer runs just right past you here to the south. I can put you in a secret door. We'll take you right there. You guys will be able to come and go. No problem. Nobody but me would know.
I love secret doors. Let's do it.
Yeah.
He says, all right. Well, 25 gold pieces. Don't worry about it. The guild will not know anything about it aside from, well, I know about it, but I hate the Xanathar Guild. The Xanathar Guild make my job a bit of a bitch. So, this is my way of, well, it's the least I can do.
That door just became Oscar's secret door.
Fuck.
We're gonna randomly just what? Just where the fuck did Oscar go? I don't know. I didn't see him.
Pay the money.
All right. He
Pay the
takes
man.
it. He takes the money and he just gives you a good nod and he says, "By the way, I hope you run that bastard out of business."
He says, "Is that as he's done, or
Yeah, he says that when you pay him.
okay?" So is the door done then?
The door is done on the final day of construction. So when all the workers are done at the very last day of the week, the 30th Tarsak, which I'm going to say is where you guys are now. So, yeah, you guys will be able to open up on green grass, which is also the day that Todrin, you have been requested to the Temple of Beauty tonight.
Oh fuck.
So, would you like to do that tonight, or should we call it a night and pick that up next
Next
week?
time.
Or, well, not
Yeah.
next week, because
Oh,
next week's
next
Christmas.
time it's already gonna be 10.
Yeah.
I would just like to say I'm very disappointed that I can't bring myself to whisper in that guy's ear. You know, a secret only works if only one person knows it.
He was going to have me kill him. And I said, sorry, I only kill for money.
Couldn't come up with a reasonable reason to pay her, so
Oh fuck. Wow.
Wouldn't that
Right.
be awesome, though?
That
So
poor
brutal, but
dwarf and
awesome.
his barnacle
Right?
beard.
Well,
So-
Will you just
the book
please
I'm
call
reading
him
right now.
Barney from now on every time I see him? Hey, Barney, what's up?
Barney.
Wow. That guy's gonna fucking kill us. We'll just be sitting in the house one day and it'll
Through
just
our-
collapse on top of
Xanathar.
us.
Our secret door.
I was gonna
So
say
it's like-
he'll
Because our
kill
secret
us.
door is two-way.
Yep. He'll kill us
I'm-
using the secret door that none of us know about.
Because as far as I
How
know,
did it get
Oscar just
in?
paid someone to give someone else access to our place. Just saying.
Secret door. I don't.
I would have agreed to it too, in and out of character. But yeah, there'd have to be precautions, traps, or some shit. But I'm eager to see what the hell Oscar does with his secret portal to the poop world.
Absolutely nothing.
Well, it gives him access to all the servants and minion he would like.
True, he already does have an army of rats.
Oh, fuck.
This was a lot of fun. I'm glad we got to get back to it before the new year.
I hope it wasn't too disjointed. I know that a lot of that kind of happened out of order, and it was a little weird. But
It
that was my first
happens.
time ever running downtime, and so
I gotta say that's much better than just we go somewhere. You know, like I
Yeah.
liked how complex that was. That's
well,
really
we never
cool.
did get to your joust either, did you?
It's fine. That's totally fine. We
Okay.
can gloss over that. There plenty happened there. That's
What?
fine.
And I apologize because there was one when I was reading the bit about from when Captain Staggett came by, I made the mistake of having two different things, and I read the wrong one. So I got that completely out of order. And the way that was, they were going to cast a Speak with Dead spell on the drow, but the body was taken before they could.
Oh.
The priest said that if it was as badly damaged as he was told, it probably wouldn't have worked anyway.
Okay.
So that's
Um,
what that was.
And
I
end result's the
I
same
tr-
anyway, right?
well, yeah, and I tried to get that across, and I wasn't sure if I did, so that's why I went back and clarified it just now.
That's
So
fine. Yeah, I mean,
It happens.
if they can't even do a speak with dead spell, then the dude's truly dead.
yeah, and the impression that Captain Staggett gave you was that if a Speak with Dead spell wouldn't work, then there's no way they could raise him from the dead. He's dead. So
He's gone. Okay, but somebody with similar abilities and motivations came and got what was left for some reason. That's
took the body and his gear. So the boots went.
damn
the
it.
You want to
weapon,
spoil? I can tell
the
you why they
gun.
wanted.
What's that?
I can tell you why they wanted the body,
Why's that?
but it has to stay out of character because we don't want them out of here.
That's fine.
Because the bones make a really great broth. Drow stew is the most sought after
Wow.
broth
All right,
in all of
Jesha.
the land.
All right, Jesha.
Wow.
It's because of the marrow. It's all it's the
For a minute there, I
marrow,
thought you were
the
going to
bone
say
marrow.
something relevant.
Drow-
It's where it's all at.
Drow draft is just the best. Really is.
So I'm gonna ask a couple of questions here. As far as, was there anything you think could have been done better with the downtime specifically? And because, as I said, I kind of ran that a little weird. So did anyone have any comments or suggestions for that for next time?
I mean, I already stated my only issue with it was that having to roll persuasion when I wasn't trying to persuade.
Right.
That was what it was.
Okay.
I had a lot of fun with it. Everybody
I
getting
did
to
too.
do their own thing. That was really cool. It kind of adds gravity to the moments when we as a party have one mind and we're doing, like one activity together. This kind of thing, it makes us our own people. And I think that's really cool.
Yeah. Well,
Are you talking to my horse?
I'm not even sure what I'm doing here. 20 minutes ago, I thought I was reading a book. Now I'm talking to a horse. Don't ask me fucking questions.
I'm a member of the law, sir. Just don't ask questions.
oh, and I kind of, just from my perspective, I like the difference between the way the Zentarum do business and the way the Harpers do business. The way the Harpers do business is you get this letter delivered to your desk, you go out, you do this thing covertly, and they just drop coins on your desk. the way the Zentarum do business, a flying snake comes to your window in the middle of the night and delivers a letter. You go to this guy who's a complete. The guy Schemo is just a complete jackwagon.
That was really cool too. Maybe there's a sense of humor in here. Nah, I must have left that in my other store.
Nice. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Those were both so great. Oh fuck. Wow. Good times, guys. Good times.
You want to do a couple hunts or something before I go to bed, Hind?
Sure. Yeah, I'm down. Let me turn off the old stream here. There's a button for that here somewhere.
So, on the subject of the music, how'd that go? Was that